Understanding acne. How long does acne take to form? This is something that I think is such a good thing to understand if you are acne prone, that acne can take between 30 and 90 days to actually form from the start of that microcomedone to becoming something that is visible to the eye. And this is something that's important to remember as an acne prone person, because you might be seeing the effects today of something that happened a few months ago. For example, it's August now. I might be seeing the effects on my skin of something that I did back in May or June. And knowing how acne is developed and how it starts and some of the triggers behind acne are going to be key, again, for keeping your skin clear and figuring out your personal triggers and what contributes to your breakouts. All acne starts as a microcomedone. This is something that is not visible to the naked eye at first. You can take weeks to be able to see it. And it's a combination of dead skin cells, sebum, debris, P. acnes bacteria, a little bit of everything. And again, it can take weeks before it's visible to the eye. And at that point, two things typically happen. One, it progresses to a comedone. And those are gonna be what a lot of people call blackheads, your small, little tiny whiteheads. Those are open and closed comedones. We're gonna circle back and do an understanding the different types of acne, so save that for another video. There are also breakouts that have an inflammatory response. So that's where a lot of the times we see the more cystic stuff, the pustules and the papules. So this is usually because of some sort of either internal or external factor. So a internal factor, for example, would be something that you're ingesting. A big example that I like to give is biotin. Biotin is something that a lot of people think is great for hair, skin, and nails, and it is great to make your hair grow. But remember, back in our first episode, we talked about how acne-prone people and their dead skin cells shed too much, so it makes it hard to go down the slide when you have too many dead skin cells trying to get out of that pore. So if you already are someone who has too many dead skin cells ready to go down the slide, down the pore, you don't want to increase your biotin intake because that's going to add more dead skin cells, so creating more of a problem. It essentially is a perfect storm if you're acne prone, adding some sort of biotin in your routine, especially when it's in excess. The things that I see biotin in the most often are energy drinks, I know, don't kill me, and vitamins. Sometimes I'll even see vitamins that have like 2,000 and 3,000% of the daily recommended value. So with biotin, that's something that even my non-acne prone people, sometimes it can trigger acne because those dead skin cells are so sticky and clogging that pore. And then you also have external factors. And so that would be something like using a product that is comedogenic. So you've already got, your little tiny microcomedone that has started. But if you're using something that cannot get through those lipid layers of the skin correctly, for example, like coconut oil, that we know is a 4 out of 5 on that comedogenic scale, it can cause issues for, again, people that are not even acne prone. But so that would be something that would be an external factor that would be contributing to that microcomedone that would either make it become more inflamed or become a bigger comedone that you can see. And so this is all important with being able to identify your acne triggers. Again, going back to that 30 to 90 days, because we're able to look in a certain window of, okay, what have I done different in the last, 30 to 90 days, the last couple of weeks that could have triggered this. Understanding acne and understanding how long acne takes to form from that tiny microcomedone into something else and why is, again, going to be one of those first steps into understanding your skin and being able to identify your triggers and what's causing your breakouts.